All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim, I heard pushing this gospel and truth and sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. Brother Kwana Watts come back out you, Lord will, with edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Lord will, it is edifying. Lord will, it is straight to the point. But I was watching, one of the elder brothers, from, was it the New York camp? Yeah, it's like it, the New York camp, one of the elder brothers from the New York camp, which the elder priest, Aishalam, from GMS Watchman, which I'm pretty sure he's from the New York camp as well. I could be wrong. But yeah, he ultimately reposted a brother's, testimony, right, of a reprobate family member, right, in which he ultimately tried to tell, about this truth. But, dude ultimately wanted to, choose smoking and being a part of the world, man, rather than serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. And that's something that we ultimately encounter right from the very minute that we get into this truth, man. We're zealous, for this truth, which, hey, we still are, man, right? We're just walking a little bit more wisdom, right, than when we first came in. Because when you first come in, and you want to tell anybody and everybody and their mama, man, Slakia, hold on. Including, Slakia, man, hold on, man. Accidentally pulled out my headphones, So Slakia, if it's a little rough. But yeah, man, so when we come in, we want to tell anybody and everybody right about this truth, man, including our family members, And we tell them, we try to convince them and this and the third, and right, we a lot more family members, will ultimately deny this word and scoff at this word and ultimately, talk shit to you, right, more than those that will actually get it. Right, and that's if the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai ultimately allow, even one of your family members to get it, man. And if he does, hey, that's a blessing, man. But again, majority of our family members and friends and, our old friends and stuff like that, hey, they're not going to get it, man. They're going to continue to scoff and mock, the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, scoff and mock and turn their back on this word, man. They're forsaking Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Well, in the end, right? Hey, all they're doing is they're just hurting themselves, man. They ain't hurting nobody except themselves, man. So let's read this. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 1 and verse 25. And I don't really have too much on this, man. Just ultimately want to give out that warning, right, to the people. Hey, really, all you're doing is hurting yourself, turning your back against the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? Turning your back on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're only hurting yourselves, man. You ain't hurting nobody else, man. You can scoff and mock all you want. But again, at the end of the day, that's going to weigh on you and nobody else, man. You're going to be responsible for your own actions at the end of the day. Because the men of the Lord, they're going to get your blood off their hands, man. And a lot of us do that, especially with our family members, as soon as we come into this truth, man. 2nd Esdras 1 and 25, it says, seeing ye have forsaken me, I will forsake you also, right? It says, when ye desire to be gracious unto, it's like you, when ye desire me to be gracious unto you, I shall have no mercy upon you, right? The Lord's not going to show you no mercy, man, right? Because at the end of the day, right, the Lord has sent his prophets out here to warn you people, right? To warn you and to tell you time and time again, right? Because Jacob is hard-headed, right? Jacob's stubborn. So the Lord is going to repeat himself over and over and over and over and over and over again to get it through your thick head, right? Which we understand and we know, right, that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has only, sanctioned and allotted a small group of the nation of Israel, right, which are called the remnant, which are called the elect, right, to be able to, receive this message, right, to not be so stubborn, to not be so hard-headed, and to receive this message. Everybody else just ain't gonna get it, It says, verse 26, it says, whensoever, because at the end, we'll read verse 25 again, right? It says, seeing ye have forsaken me, I will forsake you also. When ye desire me to be gracious unto you, I will have no mercy upon you. So there's going to come a time when you people, right, having forsaken the Lord and not paid attention, right, because most of you people aren't paying attention to what's going on out here, right? When push comes to shove, all the things that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is having his prophets speak on, right, these things are going to come to pass. And when that time comes, and that's when you're going to say, oh, you know, Lord, what was the Lord's name? This, that, and you're going to be trying to remember. You're going to try to, you know, call upon the name. You're going to try to sit there and find his men, you know. You're going to desire the Lord have mercy on you at that point, but he's not going to have no mercy, right? What does he say in Isaiah the 65th chapter? That he's going to number you to the slaughter, man. You know, because you forsook the Lord. You didn't want to listen when the Lord called you, you know. So the Lord's not going to have no mercy on you. He's going to have judgment upon you, right? And your judgment is going to be death, you know. Verse 26, whensoever ye shall call upon me, I will not hear you, right? For ye have defiled your hands with blood, and your feet are swift to commit manslaughter, man, you know. So 2/3 of you jakes, man, y'all quick to, you know, commit wickedness, man, you know, in all different forms of wickedness, right? And this account is talking about, you know, ultimately, you know, committing manslaughter. You commit murder, you know. But it goes past that, right? Jake want to continue to smoke weed. Jake want to continue to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork, you know? And it's beautiful, right? When I was watching that brother's, you know, testimony of his family members, you know, me, the brother Yawana, and our pops, we were kicking it with, you know, our pops' cousins and so on and so forth, man. They're in the world, man, you know? And this is when me and the brother Yawana first got together, man, and first, you know, started really kicking it in the truth, man. You know, this was going on 6 years ago. And we had this family member, right? Which in reality is not really a family member, but that's what we were introduced as. You know what I mean? Because they've been in the family, been around the family for so long. But anyways, her name was D, right? She tried to, you know, she was this, you know, this hotel motel, as the brother Shamar calls it, man. And you know what I mean? She bald-headed, you know what I mean? Try to act like a dude, man. She out here gang-banging, this and the third, man. And, you know, there was one day, man, we were out there and we had a barbecue, man. And, you know, previously to that moment, you know, the brother Yawana had told her something. I had, you know, Pops had told her something. And at that moment, right, I had told her something as well. You know, obviously the Lord was speaking to her, you know. But she didn't want to listen. Right, she scoffed and mocked at it, and at that moment she was arguing with me, like trying to get big on me and shit. And I just kind of wrote it off. I said, you know what? It is what it is. When the Lord ultimately take you out, don't come crying and whining to me and this and the third. I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? In so many words, that's basically what I had said. Right, this was years ago. I can't remember exactly what was, you know, articulated and stuff like that. But nonetheless, just a couple years ago, she, mind you, she was in her late 30s. Right, not old at all, but she had just died of cancer, man. You know, and you know, people were posting on the Facebook, and you know, it was a little, you know, fucked up of me, you know what I mean, whatever, you know what I mean, because she had just ultimately passed away. But I immediately went on there, you know, and said, hey, look, she was warned, you know. I put in Job 4:7, who shall perish being innocent? No, she was warned, man. You know, so Lord allowed her to be warned multiple times, you know, and she didn't want to get it. So what the Lord do? He put her to death, man. You know, and this was literally a couple years later after she was warned, you know, 3 separate times, man. You know, which ultimately just shows you, right? The Lord, the Lord will sit here and allow you to commit all different types of wickedness, right? All different types. And when he sends his prophets out to warn you, hey, you better take heed, otherwise death will come for you, man. The Lord ain't playing with near one of y'all, man, because at the end of the day, all she did, had she taken heed, she could have been converted, right? Converted and walk the path that she's supposed to walk on, right? That straight and narrow path. And who knows? The Lord could have spared her life, man, right? And she could have been one of the ones that ultimately endured to the end. But, you know, she obviously wasn't part of the elect. The Lord did not want her, man. You know, the Lord warned her, and now look, she was made an example, right, to the rest of that family on what they need to do. But hey, these people, right, even though, again, the prophets were around warning her, this, that, and the third, worldly warning the whole family. Because at that time, right, most of those times, right? Including the time that I had said something through the Spirit, you know, a lot of the family was there, you know, and a lot of the family members had seen when they had posted that picture of her dying, right? A lot of people had seen my comment when I went on there and made a comment, right? Posting Job 4:7. But they're not gonna, they don't care, even to this day, you know? They still don't care. You know, so the Lord is gonna take out 2/3 of you people, man. 2/3, you know, of you Israelites, that you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans that don't want to listen, right? How many times the Lord have to sit here and give you living examples? People being warned right in front of your face and him immediately taking them out, right? That should strike fear into you, right? Scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. But you people continue to be on that broad and wide path, really to your own detriment, man, right? Going back to this last verse, right? Verse 27, 2 Esdras 1:27. Ye have not as it were forsaken me, but your own selves, saith the Lord, man. So you're hurting yourself, man. The Lord is giving you law, statutes, and commandments, which are instructions on what you need to do to avoid death, to avoid the punishment that's coming. You know, that's mercy. That's mercy. The Lord could just ultimately put you to death, but he's warning you first, man. He's giving you a chance. That's mercy. That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. But yeah, Jake looks at that like, nah, I'm straight. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm cool. Okay, well, fuck. Don't come crying to the Lord when shit starts to pop off. The Lord already extended his hand out and you slapped it. You know? So now you ain't gonna receive no mercy. Now you ain't gonna be delivered from the times to come. You're gonna be put to death. There's no gray area, man. It's black and white. You either repent or you stay in the damn world, man. You know? Hey, man, and brothers can feel it, man. The Lord's about to get ready done. It's like the Lord's about to get ready. Or the Lord is ready to be done with y'all, man. You know, I know we are. Hey, we're done talking to these dumbass Jakes, man. You know, ones that don't want to fucking listen at all, man. All this benefit, all this glory, all this power that the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is promising to those that preach his word and do it to the death and remain faithful. There's a reward for them, man. And it's going to be a reward greater than any mere mortal imagination can fathom. But Jake don't want it. That's okay. That's okay. You know, because at the end of the day, hey, you're your worst enemy, man. You know, and I don't want to speak on it too much. It's more of a, just a spiritual rant. You know, I'm just bringing out a few precepts. But this is Tobit, chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, I'll start at verse 9. It says, for alms doth deliver from death and shall purge away all sin, right? It says, those that exercise alms and righteousness shall be filled with life. That's right, man. You know, and the Lord ultimately gave us, the brotherhood, right? The body, right? To ultimately, to lean upon each other, man, and to, be charitable, right? Amongst each other, because scripture say that charity covereth the multitude of sins, man. Right. So us ultimately, being brotherly, us following the commandments to the best of our ability, right? Us being humble, us being sincere is ultimately what's going to lead to that life, man. Lead to that immortality being granted to us. Right. But those that ultimately continue to walk on that broad and wide path, again, they're gonna be put to death, man. Right. It says, verse 10, here's the point. It says, but they that sin are enemies to their own life. And we know that our enemy, right, which is Esau Edom, he wants to take our life. Right? So anybody that's an enemy to our life wants to take our life. Right? So then therefore you basically want to take your own life, man. You basically want to take your own life, man. You hate yourself, man. You hate your own life. Come on, man. That's bugged the fuck out, man. Scriptures say if he do not good unto himself, to whom will he do good, man? Right? So you don't even love yourself. You don't even want to do yourself good, because this is what's good, right? You following the commandments and the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? Because at the end of the day, the Lord is giving us something that's ultimately going to benefit us. You know? It's going to benefit us, man. Right? The Lord already has everything. He's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. They are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. They have everything, man. They don't need us, man. We need them. Look at the state in which we're in. Look at the condition in which we are in. We don't need this shit. We need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who's gonna deliver us from this shit, man. You know? Hey, so stop being your own enemy, right? Because, again, they're saying in the world, you are your worst enemy, right? Stop being your worst enemy, man. You know, it's easier said than done, but, hey, the first step is denying yourself and following and picking up, you know, that cross, man, following Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? It's as simple as that, man. You know? But, yeah, man, I didn't want to, you know, I was kind of just like, you know, a rant through the spirit, man, just, you know, speaking on that, you know. Again, those that ultimately sin, man, you're ultimately enemies of your own life, man. You know, you're your own enemy, you know. But like I said, I don't want to speak on too long, man. Lord will was edifying, Lord will straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash, double honor to the elder apostles, elder bishops, the great millstone. Until next time, I say shalom.